I see your left sleeve.
fellow graduates, family, friends, and faculty. As the salutatorian, I have been given the honor to welcome you all to the graduation ceremony for the Spring Grove class of 2025. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter in our lives. A moment where we can look back on all of our accomplishments with pride and look forward to everything that we still have yet to experience. As we near the end of our high school journeys, it is appropriate to reflect back on the quote that we chose to represent us earlier this year. The sunset of a beautiful past is in the sunrise of a beautiful tomorrow. This quote perfectly encapsulates what we are experiencing today. In these past 4 years, we have made memories, celebrated victories, overcome challenges, and grown more than we ever thought possible. The memories and stories we share have shaped the way we carry ourselves and will always be a part of us. This year I, along with a couple other seniors, had the privilege of attending the Student-Centered Learning for Equity Conference. This year's theme, the stories we carry and the future we create. I want to share some of the lessons that I learned there with you all. During the conference, we got to listen to an incredible speech by Dr. Christopher Emden, a professor at Columbia University. His speech taught me many valuable lessons. One of the things he talked about was how there are 3 types of people: elevators, haters, and suckers. He made it a clear point that it wasn't suckers, it was suckers. He said that elevators will bring you to a higher level, spiritually, emotionally, or intellectually. Elevators are the people you want to have around. The haters are often a lot like you. They have similar traits and beliefs, but when you have an opportunity that they don't get, they'll be upset and start hating on you. Finally, we have come to the suckers. These kinds of people can also be called complainers. They find problems very easily, but when it comes to solving the problems, they just complain about it instead of finding solutions. When taking a new step in life, it is often helpful to evaluate people in your life. What category do they fall in? I find this lesson very important. It teaches you to keep looking towards the future and think about whether or not a person elevates you in the long run. Another thing that Dr. Emden said that really resonated with me was that the way we view our stories shape our future. We could go around with a negative outlook on our story. For example, we could say that our small town gave us few opportunities and we had to go elsewhere to have fun. But if we look at Spring Grove from another lens, we realize that it made us closer. Not a lot of people can say that they knew the names of every person in their graduating class, much less nearly their entire high school, but we can. We know what it's like to walk through town and get caught up in a conversation with someone we knew back in high school. We know what it's like to know all of our teachers. We know what it's like to be able to be high achievers in sports, arts, and academics, all at the same time. And I think that is a great achievement. But as much as we celebrate everything we have accomplished, we know that today is also about looking towards the future, about how we take everything we've learned from the past and bring the lessons with us wherever we may go. Whether we go to college or work or take a gap year, we should take with the lessons we learned. So let's think of the future with excitement instead of fear, with memories of the past and hope for the future, and let's bring with us the lessons we have learned throughout our years in high school. We've come a long way and spent a lot of time in the school building, not only for class, but also for almost every extracurricular the school offers. But finally, we're done. Lastly, I would like to congratulate all of you graduates. You've made it. This is a momentous occasion, a turning point in our lives, and I'm so proud to share it with all of you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Family, friends, faculty, and the graduating class of 2025. It's an honor to stand here today and represent our class in front of those who helped shape us into the people we are today. Today is the day to celebrate everything that the class of 2025 has accomplished, and to look ahead to what comes next. As we transition between where we've been and where we're going, nothing captures our journey better than our class motto. The sunset of a beautiful past is in the sunrise of a bright tomorrow. Now, our class motto has had a bit of a unique journey in itself. When we first received the questionnaire to choose our motto, there seemed to be a clear number one pick, and it wasn't the one printed in your programs. We chose Someone's Gotta. But that was quickly shot down by the office, understandably, because it was a little too vague and it was definitely too informal for a graduation motto. But even though it didn't make the official cut, it sticks with us, because deep down it captured something real about our class. Our willingness to step up, take initiative, and do the things that needed to get done, even when no one else would. After all, someone's got it. Returning to our formal motto that defines our class, we've been a part of some unforgettable sunsets together. No matter who you pick out from our class, everyone has a unique story that has come to an end. Ones that will stick with us forever, whether they're final games, performances, or meets. Our sunset is one that reflects beautiful memories, stretching from inside jokes only we understand, all the way to little hallway conversations that flourished into strong friendships. We've supported each other, challenged each other, and have grown into the people that we are because of the time that we've shared together. These sunsets aren't just endings, but they are memories that have become the building blocks of who we all are today. And now, here we are, staring into our horizon, not knowing what's fully in store for us, the sunrise. Tomorrow looks bright for every single one of us, and while it's hard to let go of something that's been special in our lives, we know that it's a necessary next step. These moments have given us the strength to move forward, the confidence to chase whatever lies ahead, and the comfort of knowing we'll always have the people behind us to back us up. As we step into each of our own sunrises, we do so with confidence because of our past that's worth cherishing and a future that's worth chasing. So, as we face the next chapter, whether it be college, a career, the military, or the unknown, it can, and most likely will be frightening. But remember everything we've done to get to this point. We've faced challenges, uncertainty, and change, and still, we made it here today. If there's one thing that the class of 2025 has proven, it's that we're ready for our sunrise, ready to rise to the occasion, write new stories, and pave our own paths. The sunset of a beautiful past is in the sunrise of a bright tomorrow. And that's not just a poetic line, it's a challenge. A challenge to go strongly into tomorrow and face whatever comes our way. And if that tomorrow needs change, well, someone's got to start it. If it needs leadership, someone's got to rise. If it needs heart, someone's got to bring it. And if no one else will, you already know, someone's got it, so why not us? So here's to the sunsets we've shared. We can appreciate the memories, the growth, and the lessons they've given us. And here's to the sunrise ahead, full of promise, possibility, and ours to define. Congratulations, class of 2025. The future is calling, and someone's got to answer.
Good evening. Today is the day we've been dreaming of for years, especially these last 3 weeks. It's a moment to celebrate, but also to pause and reflect on everything the class of 2025 has experienced and accomplished. Writing the speech wasn't easy. With everyone thinking about their next steps, it was tough to get people to slow down and remember the moments that brought us here. But after asking around, a few common themes kept coming up. We are a class that's driven. When something needs to get done, we step up, or as we like to say, someone's got to. And we've always been the ones who do. Field trips. Field trips have given us some of the most memorable, most of the trip trying to keep a safe distance. Now, Ben's only fear is women. Other fun elementary trips include visiting Jill the Nature Lady's house, where we played hide and seek in the tall grass, or exploring Niagara Cave after visiting Mrs. Kingsley's house, and of course, our 6th grade trip to the Twins game. Each of these experiences gave us value time outside of school and allowed us to make memories outside the classroom. And Eagle Bluff, a time when many of us left the safety of our own homes and were left to fend for ourselves in a room filled with our fears, afraid to be the first one to fall asleep, fearing what might happen. Like Caleb, who fell asleep and woke up looking like a Picasso painting. More testing than this was the ropes course, where people's fears of heights were on full display. Like Cole, who demanded a helicopter to come and save him. On a recent trip to Washington, D.C., after several long days filled with sightseeing, minimal sleep, and lots of time on the bus, there were definitely moments when we were all a little on edge. While there were some tense words exchanged, there was also a powerful reminder of how close we've come as a class, that we could disagree, be honest, and still come together stronger. In between the exhaustion, there were so many unforgettable moments. taking pictures with the Washington Memorial, playing Foursquare at the hotel, and wandering the city on scooters. It is a trip that tested us, but also one that bonded us in ways only shared adventure can. But don't worry, we've also made sure to have some good times in school by making the most out of every situation. Like when we were all out on the playground and Gary decided to go on the swing. Well, the swing was in rough shape, and after a couple minutes, the big metal pipe holding it up broke in half and came crashing down, almost decapitating our poor Gary. And in the lunchroom, where lots of laughs were had and lots of Supercell games have been mastered, sadly no food fights have been started. But we came close when Emmett thought there was no way a range packet would explode by hitting it. But after several punches, he was proven wrong, and the ranch exploded, showering the girls sitting behind us. As a class, we've had the privilege of being part of some incredible moments. The 22-23 school year stands out to many of us. This year we competed at US Bank Stadium and placed second in state and brought home third in basketball. From the stories I've heard and the pictures I've seen, the basketball team definitely enjoyed their stay in the hotel that week. That's all I can say about that. It was also the year I had my pick six and fumble recovery for a touchdown. Don't forget that. Besides me, our class is full of talented athletes, many of whom have been playing varsity since junior high, stepping up to play key roles in some of the best seasons our school has ever seen. Along the way, we've broken records, made history, and pushed through every practice, whether it's running town streets or pushing the sled in the middle of August heat. Through it all, we've always found ways to have fun, from blasting music in the locker room before games to enjoying bus rides, even when Troy turns the bus into a gas chamber. We've made the most of every moment. No matter the challenge, we brought energy, laughter, and a sense of togetherness that has made some unforgettable moments. Along with sports, music has played a vital role in our high school experience. A journey that began all the way back with our elementary music concerts. One of the earliest memories goes back to first grade. We were on this very stage, in fact, doing our best to sing and follow the actions of the song, one of which involved a kick. Unfortunately, Asher's shoe wasn't tied tightly enough, and during the big kick, it launched into the air, much to the shock of the front row. Another classic moment from those early concerts, and one that Ezra insisted be included, happened during a rehearsal with our first music teacher, Mrs. Anderson. By some unfortunate twist of fate, Cooper managed to hit Billy on the head with a drumstick. We all found it quite hilarious until Mrs. Anderson sternly quieted us. As we moved on to middle and high school, many of us continued in choir and found joy in performing songs like River in Judea, O Day Full of Grace, Soon and Very Soon, No Nobis, Indodana, and Yan Yan, just to name a few. But even more than performing, our class has always had a deep love for simply listening to music. Whether it was blasting our favorite songs in the locker room before a game, filling the weight room with bass, or singing on bus rides, music has always been the soundtrack to so many of our favorite moments. With an impressive collection of speakers and talented DJs, we've made sure to turn every moment into memories marked by music. It's something that brings us together, time and time again. As we move forward into the next chapter of our lives, we do so knowing that our class is not only defined by our achievements, but also the memories we've made together. Whether it was stepping up in big games, rallying during field trips, or just laughing together in the lunchroom, we built something real, a sense of connection, of resilience, and of joy. We've shown that when something needs to be done, we don't wait around, we step up, we lead, or as we like to say, someone's got it. And we're proud to be that someone. To everyone along the way, thank you for the memories, the laughs, the late nights, and the lessons learned. Wherever we go from here, we'll carry this chapter with us. The good, the bad, the funny, and the unforgettable. Thank you all, and have a good night.
Good evening, staff, students, family, and the class of 2025. In preparation for graduation, I've been thinking about where we all have come from. This small town has raised most of us and shaped us into the productive individuals that we all are today. Spring Grove is a town that stands out from the rest of the towns around us and in rural America in general. Our motto is Pretty Neat Small Town, which is very fitting for how beautiful this place is, and it shows us that the people in our hometown have a work ethic and a desire to make things better for others. I am sure that we as a class will keep this sense of community and work ethic in us wherever we may end up. Some will go to college, some to tech school, some to the military, and some are already at work. Some of us will return to Spring Grove, some will move away to bigger cities or even smaller towns, and some will never leave. But wherever each one of us ends up, a part of Spring Grove will be left with them. I'm also very confident that this class will help to lead the future of the town, state, and even country. A lot of my classmates beside me come from people who know how to take a bull by the horns and get things done. This is also the reason that not a single day went by where I did not argue with my best friends. We all have our own views and are ready to lead various projects forward, which is a good quality to have. But on top of that, we are also able to listen to each other's viewpoints, and even when we think the other person is wrong. I think this skill is very common here because people are given many opportunities to be a leader in a small community and must be able to work together. The world that we are all about to go into is very big and a fast-moving place. Initially, this can seem overwhelming. I know I was nervous about what comes after high school about a year ago, but this just means that there are more opportunities. The world needs leaders, and I know every single person next to me is capable of it, because I've seen it. We have proven that we are capable leaders. We have led in the classrooms, on the gym floor, on the field, and on the stage. This class has had a lot of success and achievements in these areas, and it is because we are not afraid to fail. Failure is a necessary step in the learning process. Believe me, I'm going to be an engineer, so I know that failure is arguably the most important step in growth. We fail time and time again before we get it right, which makes the end result of a project feel even better. So as we transition into the real world, please do not be afraid to fail, because it is the best way to learn. Nobody knows what the future holds, which makes it even more exciting. But we do know that it takes people who are not afraid of failure and taking personal risks to move forward. For generations, people in this area have taken risks, putting down roots, starting businesses, and trying new things to make this town a successful community. For example, if my parents had not taken the risk of starting a business and open enrolling me in Spring Grove, I would not be standing here today giving this speech. There were several easier choices that had buses going by my house, but our family chose Spring Grove for the vibrance and sense of community. I am very thankful that I ended up here instead of anywhere else. Here's my final message to the class of 2025. Look at where we have come from and how far we've gotten. Even if you're moving away from here in the future, cherish the fact that you were able to grow up in a small town. You may not realize it, but this experience gave you the skills that will help you be successful leaders and hard workers in the future. And please, do not be afraid to take on a project that might appear too big. Just move one day at a time and go where life takes you. Thank you and congratulations, everyone. We did it.
The weather bringing us back indoors for graduation sparked some memories from the staff. We started asking questions, such as how many students have walked across this stage to receive their diploma? What are those people doing now? What are the common strands that connect all these people? These questions led me to think deeply about the strengths, hopes, and dreams of the class of 2025, and how your journey is woven into the larger story of the Spring Grove graduates who have walked this stage before you, ready to contribute to the world beyond these walls. For more than 100 years, thousands of graduates have sat on this stage, feeling some of the emotions you are feeling today: hope, gratitude, curiosity, sadness, happiness, even a bit of fear, or maybe relief. The people in the audience, family, friends, community members, have shared in these emotions, proud and amazed by how quickly these milestones arrived. They remember when your educational journey began And now here you are, ready to take your next steps into adulthood, just as so many others have done before you, equipped to excel and contribute to the greater good. What are those past graduates doing now? They are serving this world as grandparents and great-grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, friends. They have found ways to contribute through careers, service, connection. And now it's your turn. It is your turn to use the leadership skills you have acquired, the connections you have created, and the gifts you are learning to recognize within yourself to make an impact in the world. The last question that came to mind was, what are the common strands that connect all those people? I think every single person in this room may answer that question just a little bit differently. Some may say Lion Pride, others may say school, community pride, others may focus on a single word, excellence, hope, joy. I think that the difference in our perspectives brings beauty to that question. Every single person who has walked across this stage has brought their own uniqueness, their own strengths and their own potential. And you, like them, will need to continue to learn how to cherish and protect what makes you an individual, while also appreciating the connection this school and this community have offered you. Research tells us that social connection is one of the pillars of a healthy life. It can even add years to your life. So today, as you walk across this stage, I invite you to pause for a moment. Picture yourself among the many who came before you and those yet to come. Let yourself feel the meaning and the connection that lives in that shared moment. Pericles once said, "What you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others." The graduates who came before you left behind hope, resilience, hard work, and community. And you are leaving behind incredible theater productions, athletic achievements, musical accomplishments, and remarkable work ethic. Now it's your turn to take the thread of your uniqueness and weave it into the lives of others with strength, beauty, and purpose. As you walk across this stage today, I hope you feel an overwhelming sense of pride in what you've achieved, hope for what lies ahead, and a deep connection to your community, your classmates, and the legacy you now carry forward. Congratulations, Spring Grove Class of 2025.
It is my privilege to proclaim the following. Having completed all of the graduation requirements of both the school district and the state of Minnesota, we now present the Spring Grove Class of 2025 to receive their diplomas.
Will the front row please stand? Logan Lizette Constancio. Harper Grace Reed. Asher Allen Liptak. Madison Lynn Ardinger. Joelle Kate Alderson. Caitlin Jean Klug. Eugene Betcher. Race Garnes Torgerson. Kaya Olivia Marr. Emerson Camilla Ingleson. Austin James Gleason. Olivia Gale Wennis. Claire Elizabeth Solberg. Sydney Marie Holland. Will the back row please stand? Emmett Dudley Engeldinger. Jackson Thomas Moen. Jordis Nicole Neely. Elliot Vance Bartel. Troy James Reinhardt. Garrett Robert Waldenberger. Zachary Leo Brum. Jacob Paul Hernandez. Gunnar Benjamin Thorson. Sean Clarence Crouch. Gavin Dennis Austern. Benjamin Luke Utstoon. Nathan Dennis Crouch. Xander Cage Thorson. Jake Allen Schwartzoff. Ezra Luke Griffin. Caleb Daniel Eichen. Isaac Timothy Vick. Bryce Patrick Barons. Kendall May Van Minsel. Reagan Elizabeth Cleveland. Brandon Gary Yonke. Will the front row please stand? And at this time, you can change your tassel to the left side of your cap. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class from Spring Grove High School 2025. The graduates are going to head outside the door right here. The receiving line will be out on the sidewalk out there, so you are welcome to head out and congratulate them in the receiving line. Thank you all for coming. Have a great night.
You think the back's open?
I don't know if there's an off or whatever.
I think he's running it. I don't know.
I don't know if there's a